Hey y'all, so we're completed with our sawhorse project. So they came out pretty good. So they are now burned them, and I put some boiled linseed oil on them. So they're pretty well finished. You know, I always go back and touch them up with more linseed oil. Still got a little bit of residue on them. Of course, they've been sitting in the back of my truck too, getting rained on. We've had some weather come through, and so it's just wet and nasty and getting cool. So what did I learn? A lot, a whole lot. So everything from just, woodworking, sawing, hammering, chiseling, and all that good stuff. But also, more importantly, I think, is the filming of it, or the videoing of it. It was, I was really nervous about the whole editing part of it. So that's why I put the two videos out, part 1, part 2. When I was uploading them to YouTube, it asked me to put them under 15 minutes. And so I divided them into part 1 and 2, and each one of them are about 12, 13 minutes long, I believe. So yeah, I've some of you, I'm sure, have seen where I've messed up on the editing. I think part 1 video, went to put a end title on there, and I forgot to type the words, so it actually is just a black screen. It just says title on it. So that happened after the fact, because I was going to upload one video and I put the end title on it. So when I chopped it up into 2 videos, I put the title block in there, but in my haste in doing these, because for one, this is my first video to upload and edit like this, I forgot to type in the words. So that's a goof up that stuck out to me. Also, too, one of my thumbnails has a title or a text block listed in the thumbnail. It's, if you look, you can see the highlight of the text block. So I forgot to click off and get rid of the text block before I saved the image. So, and I'm learning this whole process as we go along. So the thumbnails, I did everything in iMovie on a Mac. So I actually bought a MacBook Pro for this, just because I've heard that they were more user-friendly with video editing. And in my anticipation, I was thinking I was going to have to order Final Cut Pro, which is some software that I would use for the video editing. And surprisingly enough, Mac comes with iMovie on the MacBook Pro, or I guess on all Macs, but this particular one I know had iMovie on it. And I watched a couple of tutorials, and it seemed like it would do for what I wanted it to do. And if the wind picks up, I'm sorry. I got the sexy kitten, or whatever you call this thing, this fuzzy thing on my mic. So hopefully it's not too bad. So yeah, iMovie, so far from what I've seen, I don't know that I would ever want to do anything more or use anything else. It's very simple. That's all I'm looking for, is some simple editing. So I can, start, stop, zoom in if I need to, adjust my volume, all that good stuff. Put titles in there, put transitions in there. So far I'm learning with it. I hope the quality is decent enough. I shot this with a T6i Canon, EOS T6i, Rebel, entry-level camera. This was shot using the kit lens. I think it's a 18-55 kit lens. Now I did put the audio. So I do have a Rode boom mic, but I also bought these little, it's a Comica Boom XD2 wireless mics. And I really like them. Only thing I have to be mindful about is in shooting the video, the mic is right here, so you know, pardon any heavy breathing or just mouth noises. And I noticed a couple of times I had a pencil in my mouth, and you know, and suck on it and pull it out my mouth, and all that stuff that you don't think about, but it sticks out like a sore thumb when you start watching the video footage. So yeah, learned a whole lot on that end, on the editing, as I had no choice but to, because it was my first time. Learning a lot about, you know, just how to set up the camera, how to set up workspace, you know, how to get some, you know, different shots. I don't want to just set a camera up and just do everything from one angle, you know, just to have little different angles on different components of a video. It's just, to me, it's a little more interesting to watch. I notice how I get in the way of the camera, you know, my hands or something when I'm working, so you can't really see what I'm doing because I'm blocking the camera. So, you know, being mindful of where your body is in relation to the camera. Also too, I had a couple of comments, and I would really love for people to weigh in on this. You know, I've heard some people have told me I need to talk more during the video. I talked on and off throughout a portion of it. A lot of that was cut out in editing, because before I knew it, I had so much footage I wanted to go through and streamline to make it enjoyable to watch, from what I was thinking would be enjoyable to watch. So of course, I have a hard time hearing myself speak, especially when going through the editing process. You know, I feel like I sound like a babbling idiot, which I may very well be, and if so, then I would be right. But you know, some of y'all said, no, we want to hear you talk more, gets a little more explanation of what I'm doing, what my thought process is, and I guess just speaking more. So if that's the case, you know, please let me know, because I'll be more than happy to just rattle off my random thoughts, or try to explain a little more as to what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that was the biggest high points in this project so far. I'm thankful to have this beautiful place with the backdrop that I have. This is a friend of mine's property, and you know, he allows me to come out here whenever I want and do my thing, and so I'm very thankful and blessed to have access to do that. Someone had said in a comment, hey, we want to see you start from you know, milling your own wood and making lumber, and then using it to build with. And that's actually something that that's being thought through right now. So I would like to do that as well. For one, I feel I've never milled lumber before. I feel that I would enjoy doing that. I do enjoy woodworking, and to be on it from the front end of milling my own lumber, that would be very cool for me to do. So I hope it is something that would be interesting for you guys to watch. There are a good bit of downed trees out here that haven't been down for too long, so they should be good to mill, and that's being looked into right now to be able to share that type of footage with you guys. So yeah, a lot of stuff, you know, just getting started on this. Got the sawhorses completed, so I think next I'm going to get some 2x4s and start making a wooden workbench. And that's what I'm thinking about for the next little bit. I'm also doing some little shorts. I say shorts, some little videos, posting to TikTok and Facebook, just little inspirational. I call them little mini sermons. So I may upload those as to shorts on YouTube as well. So just running around being me, and hopefully it's interesting enough to where people watch and enjoy. So please, I'm trying to put more content out so that people can look at this stuff and hopefully subscribe, and please comment as to what you think so far. Thank you.